Expensive boats go hand in hand with expensive cars. For a few years now, Aston Martin's been one of the most coveted brands. But as beautiful as current Astons are, there are, well, quite a lot of them about. So what do you do if you want a really, and I mean really, exclusive Aston Martin? There are some very rare Astons on the market, and these are cars that may well go up in value, not down. But of course we're talking very specialised cars here, so we need to talk to some experts. I've come to Stratton Motor Company and we're going to have a chat with Guy Monday. I just happen to know that Guy's got a collection of beautiful Zagato Aston Martins for us to have a look at. Okay Guy, we know that Aston Martins are expensive cars, we know they're glamorous cars, and we know that they are exclusive cars, but I believe that there is a more exclusive Aston Martin yet, and that is typified by the cars we see here today. Can you tell us something about this long-standing relationship between Aston Martin and the Italian coach builder Zagato?
Well, yes, indeed. I mean, the relationship goes back actually to the early 1960s. It was first formed with the DB4 GT Zagato. There was less than 20 of those made, and they obviously found their fame in racing circles, racing particularly at Le Mans with people such as Roy Salvadori and Jim Clark and pretty well every other driver of their day driving the car at some stage or other.
I believe after the DB4 GT Zagato there was the V8 Vantage Zagato as well.
Yes, that's correct. In 1986 the V8 Vantage Zagato was launched. Just 50 examples of those, so guaranteeing exclusivity again, and a further 37 were built as a Zagato Volante. Volante being Aston Martin's word for convertible. The power output of the V8 Vantage Zagato was 408 brake horsepower, but the Volante relied upon the standard engine, which was about 100 brake horsepower less. Although a number of those were returned to the factory, where the more powerful engine was fitted. The V8 Vantage Volante, therefore, is the one that commands the largest premium these days. And of course the cars that you see behind us represent the end of DB7 production in 2003-2004.
So we have both an open car and a coupe here. Can you tell us a little bit about them and what makes them special and different from a regular car?
Yes, of course. The coupe was made in very limited numbers. There were just 99 made. They were made on a slightly shortened DB7 wheelbase with quite a few of the Zagato trademark styling cues with the accentuated mouth of the car and of course the double bubble roof design which actually extends into the rear glass.
That's really unusual, isn't it, that they carried it through to the glass itself as well?
It's quite an exquisite feature, actually.
What about the mechanicals of the car? Are they different in any way, or is it...
The mechanicals of the car are similar to a late DB7 with the 6-litre V12 engine, but they extract a little bit more power with 435 brake horsepower. They're available in automatic and in manual as well, as indeed was the DB7 range at the time.
And the car... has it been rebuilt in aluminium?
Most of the exterior panelling is aluminium, that's right. Over the years Aston Martin have used aluminium as their preferred choice. It offers durability but also it offers lightweight as well.
And we have the open car too? Yes,
the open car too. That's called an AR1, AR standing for American Roadster. It's a roadster in the true sense of the word, in as much as you don't get a hood and you don't get windows. So it's really sort of designed really for the sunshine states of America. Although about half a dozen of them actually stayed in Europe, and one of them was built to a right-hand drive specification.
So this car we're looking at here is the only right-hand drive AR1 that was ever built?
That's correct.
You can't get much more exclusive than that, can you?
It's a very exclusive car.
And how were these cars priced at the time that they were new, and how have they fared as an investment?
When they were new, they were priced very similarly to the Aston Martin Vanquish. The Vanquish these days, of similar sort of age and mileage, probably has a value of approximately 50% of the Zagato. And when you consider that a DB4 GT Zagato is now worth probably £2 million, I think a DB7 Zagato has to be a worthwhile investment for the longer term.
So it's a real investment potential in these two cars that we're looking at here.
And I think we're seeing that already actually, because the values of these cars have actually increased over the last couple of years.
So I understand the connection between the Aston Martin factory and Zagato continues today?
Yes, it does, and indeed we're expecting a new model bearing the Zagato badge in a couple of years' time. The order book is already open for those at a price in excess of £300,000. Ensuring yet again that the Zagato product is a very exclusive one.